Guys, Ryan Biddulph here, Blogging from Paradise. If you want to become a full-time blogger, you could purchase my ebook at bloggingfromparadise.com/ebook. Guys, are you caught up in the blogging details? Some bloggers are really focused on the tiniest things that really don't make a big difference, and then they don't give their attention and energy to the things that make a big difference. Ultimately, you will succeed with your blog when you create helpful content persistently and generously from a detached state, and when you build strong connections with human beings through blog commenting and through promoting them. That's what will bring you immense blogging success. An email list in and of itself does not bring you success because there's nothing lasting in a list. You know what I mean? Like, we get this idea that, well, you have to have everybody because if you don't have them, there's so much fear-based stuff. And sometimes I get messages from my buddies about building a list. I need comments open on my blog. These are just suggestions, but you're losing traffic, and obviously it's their fear. Some folks say you need shareable images when you put your posts on Facebook and G+ and these sites. I'm not seeing a picture, and right there, that is just there's a fear of the individual they're projecting on me, and it's a little thing of if there's not a picture, people won't share it because of these stats and blah, 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 blah. The problem with this, guys, is it's living outside in. So when you allow your fear to well up in your being and you project it on other people, only the very aware, hyper-minded, hyper-present bloggers will be able to see that, like myself, and just say, oh, I'm not getting in the way of that fear, because it doesn't really matter. Now, again, suggestions are always appreciated. This is not a complaint, but it's just something I get from bloggers from time to time. All these little details, you have to have the call to action here, and you have to have this list, and again, the shareable images. If it's something where you're losing a lot of traffic, you have to fix that. And that's their fear, which has nothing to do with me, because I have immense belief in myself. I trust myself. I know myself. I know that all my success, again, and here's the way to think of it, guys. I was featured on a billionaire's blog. It had nothing to do with having a shareable image on social media, right? I was on Forbes. 100% of the time, this has to do with creating helpful content, keeping it simple, generously for years, and building meaningful connections. Because when you have helpful content and a huge network of friends, everything will keep growing for you. You don't want to get caught up in the details, because so many bloggers do, and even successful bloggers who've really done well and they're doing the creating and connecting, they spend a little too much time and energy on the details, and they get lost in the details for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. They think that these little details mean a lot, when all that really means everything is, of course, following your passion first, but creating helpful content and building meaningful connections, and that's where the success keeps expanding. So are you lost in the details? Don't get caught up in the blogging details, because they'll pull you down into a lower energy of fear. You're thinking, well, if this isn't lined up, then this won't happen. When you really come from that energy, and again, guys, I always appreciate the suggestions, and I love you, but I want to put this out there because a lot of bloggers want to get up to the next level. They're wondering what it takes to get really, Forbes, Virgin, Fox News, retiring to a life of island hopping through smart blogging, writing bestsellers on Amazon, multiple bestsellers. Were these? I think some of them were at the time. This is on Sellstout. And you just don't want to get lost in the blogging details, or even caught up for 5 or 10 minutes, because that was 5 or 10 minutes you could have been creating helpful content and connecting with another human being. If you want to become a full-time blogger, you could purchase my ebook at bloggingfromparadise.com/ebook and share it with your friends as well. Until next time, you guys know what to do. Enjoy paradise, everybody.